All right, let's talk about the heat wave and power outages in Maryland. For some reason, my house and my entire neighborhood has not had power since yesterday around 6 p.m. when the storm just magically came in.
I just stepped out to go get food and all the power is out. When I say restaurants, shopping centers, it's so dark outside right now. Like, I don't know if this is a nationwide thing, but
because we got hit with a whopper of a storm on July 4th.
It is so sad to see that my job still has no power.
The power came back on, so I asked ChatGPT what I should do with the ice I just bought.
Earth is supposed to be cooling right now.
This is Hard Bases. I am Clint Allen. You know, a couple of things. You know, some people in the comments say that I'm just a little too rough. I don't think I'm rough enough. First off, everybody's surprised just because on a holiday weekend we have a whole bunch of heavy storms. Okay, and they're also the power's out. Well, jeez, this is nothing new. There is the God and Mother Nature not having some kind of conspiracy in making sure that on the 4th of July, the 250th birthday of the United States, that we're going to go F it up for everybody. You know, it just happens. Oh, man. The lady, I went to ChatGPT and I asked her what to do with the ice. This is how stupid we are becoming as an American public, as a world public. This is how fucking stupid that we're becoming. We got to ask a computer what to do with ice? You know, imagine the conversations 20 years from now with your kids. Well, ChatGPT said this. Yeah, but Grok said that. Oh my God. Look, listen to me. The earth is going to do what it is going to do. Doesn't make a difference unless we start dropping nuclear bombs all over the place. Earth at one time was a molten piece of rock spinning freely in space around the sun. Throughout time, it developed because of water and our proximity to the sun, this perfect vessel of breeding for everything underneath the sun. So what we're saying is the reason why we have less oxygen now and our temperatures are hotter is because dinosaur farts caused that? No. Scientists think they have it all figured out. Oh, well, you know, every so often in this time period we have an ice age. No, that's what happened in the past. I mean, at one point in time, the whole Earth was lush green. Antarctica, which could have been in a different plate of the world, either way, the North Pole was all hot. At one time, everything was almost all froze over. Not completely. I mean, they make it out like the whole Earth was like complete ice ball. It wasn't. The whole Earth did not freeze over. Either which way, climate is changing, and climate will continue to change. Period. It's just the way it is. It's what's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it. There ain't nothing we can do about it. So anyways, I'll let these play through for you.
Hello everyone, Amanda Grace here. I wanted to give you an update because we got hit with a whopper of a storm on July 4th. And NYSEG, their own people, said to me on the phone, the New York State Electric and Gas Company, they didn't know this storm was coming. Now, I do not have any clue how you don't know a storm with 80-mile-an-hour winds is coming, but this is what they're saying. We still don't have power. So it has cooled off here a little bit, thank God, because the fans are not working for the animals outside. Noah, our tortoise, doesn't have a heat lamp right now at the sanctuary. We actually are charging a camping generator to see if we can give him that and get a heat lamp on him right now, because this has been days now. And of all times, for a sudden storm to hit, it was July 4th. And I just think that's a picture of we have to be sober-minded and alert in the year to come in America's 250th year, because that was not an accident, how that unfolded. But right now we have trees down at the new property. By an act of God, the new property that we're moving the sanctuary to, an enormous pine tree missed the house by 12 inches. So that was, praise God, because it would have been disastrous and it would have gone right through the house. So we're working on getting that cleared also. Our driveway is clear here, but like I said, we still don't have power. They're estimating power isn't being restored until tomorrow. We're praying that it is today. So, but the animals are all okay. In the midst of this, we do have a generator running part of the house, just the lights and a couple of outlets right now. And so we are waiting for power to be restored right now. We will keep you updated, but of all times, this came on July 4th.
Michigan's holiday weekend turned into a generator-powered survival challenge. Metro Detroit spent the July 4th weekend in the dark after severe storms knocked out power for more than 500,000 people. In Madison Heights, residents woke up to downed trees, crushed cars, and entire neighborhoods without electricity. One homeowner said he's never had an outage last this long, to full days with no lights, no AC. Others spent the holiday cooking on generators, bouncing between relatives' houses, and trying to keep food from spoiling. Traffic lights stayed out across major intersections, adding to the chaos. Energy says restoration is slow because new rounds of storms keep hitting the area. Some customers won't see power until late Monday, Tuesday, or even Wednesday. More than 138,000 DTE customers were still out as of Sunday afternoon, along with tens of thousands more on the consumer's energy side. Crews are dealing with scattered outages that take longer to fix, single streets, rural pockets, and spots where trees are tangled into live lines, posing significant hazards. Residents say this is one of the longest outages they've ever experienced, with some relying on generators just to keep refrigerators running and phones charged. Utilities are reminding people to stay at least 25 feet away from downed lines and report any tree-related damage immediately. For many in Metro Detroit, the July 4th weekend turned into a days-long blackout with no clear end in sight.
And all the power is out. When I say restaurants, shopping centers, it's so dark outside right now. Like, I don't know if this is a nationwide thing, but y'all know it was July 4th yesterday and today's July 5th. And there was like a little storm. It started raining. And I'm not going to lie, it's a couple branches like in my apartment complex. But I was not expecting, when I go out onto the street, the stoplights are all out of power. The shopping centers, the restaurants. Thankfully, Walmart was open. I had to get pizza rolls, chips, and a little green tea. Y'all know I went out to go get me some cookout, but I didn't see this coming. Like, is this nationwide? Like, did y'all lose power too? Because it's no power. Like, my apartment complex has power, but if you go out on the street, try to go to the shopping center, try to go to a restaurant, McDonald's, Cookout. Every restaurant up there is dark.
So I know it's a lot of people out of power right now in Michigan. I think this is the perfect example to not fully depend on DTE. They have shown us time and time again that they are not reliable. When it comes to a little wind, your power is going to go out because the power lines are weak. And then when they go out to fix the power lines, they're not really fixing them. They're just ghetto rigging it, for lack of a better term. They're just making them look nice so that way it turns back on for a little while. Next thing you know, we get a storm. Power goes out instantly. Now, thankfully, I'm not at home, so I don't know if my power's on or not. I checked the map, it says it's on, but sometimes that app is not the most accurate thing to follow. So I think we just need to prepare ourselves, because if there ever was a nationwide outage or state outage for longer than a day or two, or some people, it says their power won't be restored till Monday because, again, today is the holiday. So if there's ever an outage like that, you need to prepare yourself. So you know what I did? I have been ordered myself battery-powered lights from Amazon, right? They're stickable, stick up on your ceiling. They take four D batteries. Now, D batteries are not cheap, but if my power ever goes out, I will have lights. I have an abundance of candles. I have lighters. I have a grill, right? I have propane. I have charcoal. I have a little grill. I have a gas-powered grill. I have several different things. I have a cast iron skillet. You know, the black speckled pot. It's not cast iron, but it's a black speckled pot you get from Walmart. I have one of those. So if the power ever went out for a long period of time, I will be fine. I can still cook. I still have lights. I keep up on my feminine hygiene products. We just need to prepare ourselves because we can't rely on them. We can't. We can't rely on them. They're raising prices. They're saying we're going to have to start paying more. Well, they're already charging us a processing fee, a service fee. All right. And then if you set up for auto pay, it takes 3 days for that boy to come out, or it comes out 2 days early. Shut that boy right on off. Okay. So we just need to prepare ourselves to take care of ourselves because we can't depend on them to move as fast as we need them to.
And they say we may not get power back till July 9th. And I'm not leaving these puppies home alone. So we can't find anywhere to go. So we're going to stay home, and I'm sitting in the car so that they could be cool because it's officially hotter in my house than it is outside. Oh, and we couldn't get our generator to work. So in the meantime, we are problem solving, right, puppies?
It is so sad to see that my job still has no power. This whole complex still has no power. Day 4?
Oh my gosh, I was driving home to avoid a storm and the gust front comes through, and as I am literally about to turn on my street, half the neighborhood, the power goes out. And so what are people doing? Because it's the 4th of July, they're out there putting off their fireworks because that's what they do. And I don't think it's occurring to any of them that PSO, that's our electric company, cannot and probably will not send their linesmen out to work on the power lines while explosives are going in the air. Wrap it up, people. We need AC. It's Oklahoma and it's hotter than you know where.
Look at this guy. It's all blackout. South Pleasant Park, nearby. 12,000 people without electricity. Happy 4th of July to you all. Hey, what's going on, Mama Dani? What's up? Where the light is? What's up, guys? Emergency responders. At least they got lights. Cool.
Well, family, I lost power at my house, and I'm going to my cousin's for a gathering and fireworks and whatnot. And I just went and bought batteries and candles because I don't want to come home to a dark house. But they said that the restoration wouldn't be back on until Monday. So I am really fucking paranoid about all my food right now. So I would appreciate it if everybody just sent me some prayers at this moment in time. I love you all, and I hope you have a amazing, blessed 4th of July. Okay? Talk to you guys later. If I don't see your comments, I will get back to you probably tomorrow, okay? Love you both. Bye.
Yeah, Bakari. The power came back on, so I asked ChatGPT what I should do with the ice I just bought, because I just spent $8.63 on all this ice because I thought for sure it was going to be out for a while. So it told me, ChatGPT said, take my ice, put it in some bags, and put it back in my freezer, so I'm prepared and saving it for the next power outage. So smart. Do you hear the fireworks in the neighborhood? My cats are going to be so happy tonight because they're boom booms and they hate it. So ChatGPT said put the ice in Ziploc bags. So I'm prepared for the next emergency.
Oh, y'all bugging. Bro, niggas is trying to cross. And there's no, like, there's no power over here. What the fuck? This one too? This one too. Oh, that's nice. Nigga, is war again?
Oh my god, I gotta make sure. Oh, the laundromat too.
Yo, what the fuck?
What happened?
Yo, there's no power. Like, we in PR.
This video is for the St. Louis, Missouri area people. If you're not, you don't interested in power outages or thunderstorms, scroll around. But we just got a notification. We've been out of power since 3:35 p.m. and it's been over an hour, and it's getting really hot in my house. Okay, our air conditioner went off, power's out. Ameren sent out a notification, said that over 60,000 people are affected by this thunderstorm or this storm, the power outage that went through. There's also a local car accident near Waterloo, Illinois, where 3 vehicles were involved and jaws of life had to be used. And first they said that might have been related to the power outage that we're experiencing, but apparently there's something else going on. And we didn't even have that bad of a storm. It was just strong rain and like wind. It wasn't even straight line winds, but my aunt literally told me that she was driving and it was like a log came up to her car and flew up to her windshield, but she said it wasn't a log, but it was like one. I don't know what's going on. I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments if you're in St. Louis area and you're out of power also, and what you're doing to stay cool on the 4th of July, because it's literally over 90 degrees outside.
This is not good. What the hell is going on? Why is it so bad out there? Jesus. We've lost, well, for a second we lost our electricity. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Things are falling. Holy shit. What the fuck? Look at all that. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell is happening? What is going on? Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, you know what?
This is crazy.
We are here in Sumter Township covering a really sad story, something that we can somewhat relate to. A lot of people lost power because of those storms on Friday. You can see some downed wires, caution tapes, and cone here in Sumter Township, right along Executive Drive. Well, on the other side of this is a home where a family was trying to use a portable generator to power up their home during this outage. Unfortunately, an 8-year-old and 12-year-old child were found Saturday unresponsive in a garage next to a portable generator. Now, despite police and fire's best efforts, they were unable to revive those children. They did pass away. We are working on that story for this evening, and we're also going to be talking about generator safety, the tips that you should be following if you are using one. Much more on that tonight.
You know, for the love of God. Ah! Stupid are you? This is a regular occurrence of people killing themselves in their houses, in their garage, in their sheds with running generators. Duh. What can you say? Survival of the fittest, thank God. I just anyways, a lot of these people are so surprised that once again on the 4th of July that there was some major storm. Shit happens, okay? And a lot of them are even more surprised about the power being out. Oh my God, the power is out. How Tesla would have had this figured out. He would have had the ground feed our houses, but no, it's got to be wires. It is just amazing. We're so spoiled. The power is out. My God. Look, listen, just stick around just for a moment. Camping, usually that season for selling stuff ends approximately the end of July, okay? At least start keeping an eye. And you don't have to go and spend a whole ton of money, okay? You don't need to be stupid. But they make these little burning heaters that you just literally put wood chips in, or you put sticks and leaves and twigs and stuff in. A little rocket stove. I think they're rocket stoves. They're in the camping section. They're cheap. But anyway, you could put a little hot plate on top of it. You can put your coffee maker on top of it. And, not electric. I guess I got to point that out. Not electric coffee maker on top of a flaming stove. Something to make hot water to make coffee, okay? A kettle designed to go on top of a flame. Anyways. You can cook on top of it, you can make coffee, you can do whatever the hell you want that needs to be heated, okay? Including your little fingies. Not inside your house. But anyways, so you have power outage. You can fire that up to make stuff. Not in your house. If it's still raining, you need to do it in your garage. Get right up to the garage door with the garage door opened, so the rain doesn't get on the little rocket stove, and make whatever that you need, Either way, those are cheap. You can get those portable folding grills that run on LP. Real simple, real quick. Solar backup systems. They have those. They're like you get 400 watt panels that are foldable, real easy to put away with a backup battery. You know, you got YouTube, you can research which one's the best value and the best quality. So you can, you know, cover your power. I myself, I run on solar, you know, and you might be sitting there, I live in a city. I live in a city. Everything you see in this house is all solar. All right. People even walking down the street don't even realize that this is a whole solar house, even though that the panels are all sitting on my roof of the addition. Because when I built the addition, I built it in a way that the roof is sloped at 40 degrees for where I live, and all the panels are on the roof out there. So, anyways, battery backup, all that. You know, I don't believe in this putting up solar system and then feeding it back to the power company. No, I have battery backup, and my power is my power, okay? And I have more than enough battery bank that in the middle of winter time, when we don't have a week of sun, I'm good. Store away food, canned goods, stuff like that. You don't have to be like these preppers where they have, you know, a year to 3 years of stuff. But a good month of food, you know, eating out of a can sucks, but bags of rice, bags of beans, and a bunch of canned goods that you rotate throughout the year to keep it fresh. This can be easily handled where you're not in a issue, okay? Our power system has just not been upgraded the way it should for what the government and everybody is doing with the power, meaning AI data centers at an alarming rate. Did a video on that. You should probably check it out. Well, at the end, I'll put the little card thing wherever you can check that out. But our power really just has not been upgraded because power is always supposed to have been like a cooperative type of deal where if it costs so much to put it out there, only a couple pennies were taken in for profit. And that's what's kept the power low over time. But that has changed now to corporate companies. I don't know why our government did not come back in and protect us from that. I know, because they're getting paid off by the power companies. You know, boy, I tell you, I could just spit every fucking day I walk out the door with our government. But anyways, that's a whole nother video of complete disappointment in this crap we call our government. Greatest country in the world, yeah, greatest corrupt government in the world. Ran by corporations with the biggest check. That's corporations are the ones who run America now. And we're stupid enough to not put our foot down. But anyways, before I get off on some tangent elsewhere here, I'll put a couple cards up here of other videos that are kind of associated with this right here. And we'll catch you on the next one.